Hi, Stephen James here, and I wanted to just do a share today because really, I'll send you information around personal development. I've talked about, and if you've been following me for some time now, I've talked about, about creating a lifestyle business and the impact that can have on your life. But the other thing is, I wanted to share with you today. I just wanted to kind of get out and get in front of camera. Being truthful, from my perspective, this is just over 12 months now that I left a corporate career and moved into creating an online business. And that doesn't mean everybody who wants to create an online business needs to actually leave a job. It's something that you can actually do on a part-time basis, and that's what I did. I started my business on a part-time basis, and then I moved in. But I've always been really interested in learning digital marketing and the leverage that you can get, because ultimately, as an employee, we trade our time for money. And as a consequence of that, yes, as an employee, we can increase our income, we can increase our skills and expertise, and we can earn, really good money as an employee, but we can't, it's not scalable. If you're a brain surgeon, ultimately you're earning a really good income, but it's not a scalable income because there's only so many hours in the day. And, whether you look at myself or look at Bill Gates or Richard Branson, we all have the same amount of time. So just in terms of this show today, I wanted to just cover off a couple of things really and just really get real with you because, it might seem that when I'm sending you emails and I'm, broadcasting that, everything's great, everything's great in life. And that's not true, because I think ultimately we have this perception on the internet where we see people with flash cars and make millions online, and that's not the reality. And the reality is that for me, that's not what motivates me. What motivates me is be able to earn a good standard of living, be able to spend more quality time with my children as they're still young, and be able to pick them up from school and be there for sports days and help them with the homework, and be at home at night when they arrive home from school and making the tea. Those are the things that really matter to me. And but yeah, my journey has been, it's been an amazing journey over the last 12 months. I have learned so much. I've learned about Facebook advertising, I've learned about YouTube advertising, I've learned about building websites, lots and lots of things, and lots of skills. But the biggest challenge I think most people face when they become an entrepreneur is really around the mindset. And I always thought I had a good mindset, but when you come into a lifestyle of creating, and it's not just when an entrepreneur or an internet business. I think any business that you're in. So if you're listening to this and you're a business owner, then you probably realise there's a level of uncertainty. I know in my previous job and my employers, you're thinking, oh, they've got it made, they're earning loads of money, and I'm working for them, and I'm working on their dreams. But, they probably had the challenges as well. They were worrying about paying staff, wages and, keeping the business going. And they probably never had peace of mind. So the thing that I wanted to just share with you is because from myself, my own personal struggle is really, I wanted to talk about the labels that we put on ourselves. Because we may not realize that unconsciously we put labels on us, and those labels actually prevent us from maybe moving forward in life or actually creating limitations in our life. And I know for me, I didn't know this really until recently, that the labels I've put on my life and everything I've done, even though I got to a good level in my career, it was always a struggle. And rather than being in the flow and things just happening, I was always the sort of person who'd be like, right, we're in the grind, let's work hard, and things will turn out right. And there has to be an element of working hard and determination, and I think I've got a lot of that. But at the same instance, I am my own worst critic, and I also put high expectations on myself. So the labels I think I put on my life really come back down to, and you've heard me talk about this, but in my school days, I really underperformed at school, and I was in bottom set for everything, from maths and English, etc. And it was only really until I left school and started to progress and achieve things, then that, you know, I started, and maybe it's a maturity things. We all develop at certain speeds in our life, don't we? Some people are quick learners, some people are slow learners, some people learn more as they mature. But I know even to this very day, I still put that failure at school really, even though I've had successes, really carries through on my life, and it's something I've never really been able to let go of. And it's almost this, you know, when you're at school, and for me personally, and I was always bottom of the class, I subconsciously labelled myself as a failure. Okay, and as a consequence of that, it's been one of the driving forces in my life, but yet it's been a blockage in my life, and it really has stopped me, you know, probably progressing at the speed I'd like to. So that's one thing. I'm just wondering, like, from your own personal perspective, have you thought about, you know, what are the labels that you could be putting on yourself? And from, you know, maybe as an internet business, one of the labels is maybe I've tried a business before and it didn't work. Okay, or maybe I'm not technical. I'm not technical. You label yourself as I'm not very technical, so I won't be able to do this. Or maybe it's a label as I'm too old now. I'm too old now to learn new skills. My life is, you know, this is my life, and this is my road path. And I'm quite surprised because I recently did a survey to a lot of people in my email list, and a lot of people are in that situation. A lot of people are just not happy with their current job and their current, you know, lifestyle, and want to escape that. And I think that's, you know, it's quite apparent that a lot of people are really unhappy, and I think organisations are expecting us to work harder and harder. So really just wanted to talk about what are the labels that you're placing on your life, and like from my own personal perspective, like I said, my label is fear. You know, it's always been fear of failure. Okay, that has been labelled myself, and really that comes down to is that, again, it's what is the story that we actually tell ourselves, and we don't realise this, do we? But we tell this story in our heads, and we constantly regurgitate it, and we don't realise that we're telling our story. I'm not good enough. I won't be able to do this. You know. Other people are successful, but I won't be able to achieve it. And again, it's just that, you know, labels. What story do you keep telling yourself? What are you repeating to yourself in your subconscious mind? So my really just challenge today, really, it's not much a challenge, but really my messages today is just have a think and just be aware about the stories that maybe you're telling yourself that's preventing you from moving forward, and maybe, you know, just changing that story slightly will allow you to open up doors to other new opportunities. So, for example, if, you know, from what I've done recently, if I'm struggling with something, okay, rather than saying, "Oh, I'm struggling with this, I can't do this," then a question I learned from Anthony Robbins, which was, if I knew what to do, what would I do? And what it actually does, that question, if you think about it, if I knew what to do, what would I do? It allows you to access a different part of your brain, and it's more of a solution-orientated question than a problem. And it's enabling, it's unlocking your brain so you can find the answers. Because when you're saying, "Oh, this is a problem, I can't do it," you're basically not allowing your brain to be able to search and find the right answers, because we can all overcome problems, and there's solutions to every problem. So I just wanted to leave that and do that quick share with you today. One of the things from my perspective, one of the things I've been fearing is getting out in front of camera more. I don't do it often enough. I'm going to make it one of my most important things now. I'm going to be doing more and more videos. I hope you like them. Please comment, please share. If you think I can improve in any way, just please let me know. So I'm doing lots of more videos, speaking to you more and more regularly. Hopefully we can start to build a relationship as well. And one thing I will do is I'll leave a link. If you look in my signature at the bottom of this email, you'll see there's an access to my calendar. So if you want to reach out to me and schedule 20-30 minutes call with me, there's no charge, it's free of charge. You'll be able to get access to my calendar, schedule a time in there, and we can have a chat, and we can talk about whatever you want to talk about. If you want to talk about mindset, we can talk about that. If you want to talk about the six-figure mentors and understand my journey, then we can discuss that. Okay, so it's Saturday today, and I will speak to you shortly. Okay, enjoy the rest of your weekend. All right, take care. Bye bye.